Coronation chicken is a interesting dish that still managed to remain within British cuisine till today, despite changing taste, changing palates, different cuisines being part of everyday food for many British people. Um, and it shows you that it must have been something good because it was served for royalty and is still served today. The history is quite interesting, and it says that in 1953, for the coronation of Queen Elizabeth, um, the cordon bleu was asked. They were asked. The chefs there were asked to make something um, to serve for the coronation for 350 foreign representatives that were invited to the coronation. But because the kitchen was small and the limited equipment and stuff like this, and they could, in that kitchen they were making pretty much stuff like light things like coffee, tea, soup, things like this. They couldn't really make anything big, if you like, and because of that, um, they had to make the best of their circumstances, and they made Coronation chicken as we know it today. On the menu, listed as Poulet Reine Elizabeth, and it was served cold. I'm assuming because they didn't really have things to serve hot. Um, the original recipe was they poached chicken in water and wine before coating in a creamy sauce consisting of mayonnaise, whipped cream, apricot, tomato puree, curry powder, lemon, pepper, and red wine. It was accompanied by a well-seasoned salad of rice, green peas, and pimentos. One thing I like to note is that even back then, curry powder was used. So it shows you Indian spice, Indian influence into British cuisine was happening all the way back then. It's not something new, and maybe they didn't know it as curry powder back then, but they liked it. Um, and it's interesting to see that something that was served for royalty um, back then is available to everybody now. And it's interesting to also see that despite all the new flavors that we're having with different cuisines, Indian cuisine, you got influence of French, Spanish, Italian, different cuisines you can get with delivery apps and stuff like this. That something like this, simple as this, maybe not the most flavor, but it still survived, and it's a piece of edible history, if you like. It's a part of history that was served all the way back then that we can still have today, and it's interesting to see that it's still here despite palates changing.